Hello students, today I will tell you the interfacing of 8255 PPI with 8085. Okay, the concept of interfacing is same as we did in the lecture of interfacing of 8259 with 8085. Okay, so in this we will replace that 8259 chip with 8255 PPI, programmable peripheral interface. Okay, so the remaining concept of the interfacing remains same. Okay, so uh, the uh, the 8255 is an interface between microprocessor and IO devices. Okay, so this 8255 has three ports: port A, port B, and port C. Okay, so these ports are bidirectional ports and are of 8-bit ports. Okay, so these ports are connected with the IO devices, either input devices or output devices, for the purpose of data transfer. Okay, so we have discussed this in the architecture lecture of this 8255. Okay, so here first we will use this 8255 chip. Okay, so it require address lines, data lines, and control lines. Okay, so the data bus through which the data lines is connected are D7 to D0. Okay, address lines are because it is an IO device, so it require 8-bit address. Okay, so A7 to A0, we will use A7 to 80. We can use A8 to 815 also, but we will use A7 to A0 because we did this in 8259 interfacing. Okay, so same thing I will do over here so that it will not confuse you. Now the difference is that when we are using A0 to A7 as an address lines, then in 8259 there was only one line that was going inside the chip, but here the two lines A1 and A0 which are going inside the chip for the internal selection. Okay, so what kind of selection they will do? This A1 and A0 line will decide whether port A will be selected, port B will be selected, or port C will be selected, or command word will be selected. Okay, so based on those values of these lines, the port A, port B, port C, or command word will be selected. Okay, so that will be done with this IO mapping. Okay, so I will do this IO mapping in very short. Now first we concentrate on here. This is the higher order address bus A8 to A15. Okay, this is the multiplexed address data bus AD0 to AD7. Okay, so this bus goes into this latch 74373 latch. Okay, and based on this ALE signal, this bus will carry either address or data. If this ALE signal is 1, this bus will carry address. Okay, and one, if this ALE signal is 1, this gate is open and that address will come into this latch. Okay, so after coming into the latch, entering the latch, now this latch will store that address, and for the rest of the T state this latch will provide that address to the address lines. Okay, now when this ALE signal becomes 0, this gate is closed and this multiplex address data bus will contain the data. So data wants to enter the latch, but as the gate is closed, the ALE signal was 0, this data will not allow to enter the latch and this data will come to this data bus. Okay, so now this was the multiplexing and this is the demultiplexing of address and data bus, which we have discussed in the demultiplexing of address data bus as well as in the interfacing of 8259. Okay, so brief idea about that in demultiplexing I have given over here. So out of those 16-bit address, this is the pure address bus of A8 to A15, higher order address bus. This is the lower order address bus. For the remaining T states, this latch will provide this address. Okay, so out of those 8-bit address, the 2 bits are entered to the chip. Okay, and these 2 bits or these 2 lines are responsible for the internal selection. Okay, as I told you that based on the values of this line, the port A, port B, port C, or command word will be selected. Okay, so here I have used one decoder. Okay, so the pins on the 8085 chip are IO oblique M bar, read bar, and write bar. These are the control signal, 3 of the control signal. Okay, so based on the values of these control signal, this chip will be having the control signal. Okay, so now suppose this control signal having value 0, 0 and 1. So 0 0 1, when 0 0 1 enters to the decoder, the y1 bar will be selected. Okay, so based on this control signal, this y1 bar having the value. Okay, so if IO oblique M bar is 0 means it is a memory operation, read bar is 0 means it is a read operation, write bar is 1, it is a read operation, because these are active low signals. Okay, so when 0 0 1, this control signals having value 0 0 1, it means memory read operation. Okay, so at y1 we have connected memory read. Okay, when these values are having 0 1 0, these signals are having the value 0 1 0, then it is memory write operation. Okay, as we are connecting IO devices, because this 8255 is an IO device, so we will use this IO oblique M bar value 1. Okay, so when we are having 1 0 1, then it means the Y5 will be selected, and at Y5 we have connected IO read. Okay, why read? Because read bar is having 0. Okay, I have discussed this in detail when we were doing the interfacing of 8259 with 8085. Okay, but in this I am telling you idea so that you can have the resemblance with the rest of the interfacing. Okay, so when 101 means Y5 will be selected, and at Y5 we have connected IO read. Okay, and that IO read will be connected to the read bar of this chip. Okay, and when these signals are 1 1 means IO oblique M bar is 1 means IO device, read bar is 1 means it is not a read operation, write bar is 0 means it is a write operation. So 110 means IO write, and 110 means Y6. So at Y6 we have used IO write, and which is connected to the write pin of the 8255. Okay, so this is the decoder. Using that decoder we have connected this IO read and IO write. If this is a memory device, then we might have connected this memory read and memory write to that memory device. Okay, this is the reset pin which is connected to the restart of this 8085. Okay, and this is the chip select. Okay, this is active low signal through which this chip is selected. Okay, whatever the address is meant for this chip, only at that address, when that address is given, this chip will be selected. Okay, so this was the working of this internal decoder as well as this latch. Okay, now we'll come on this IO address. Okay, so what we have used A0 to A7 lines for the address. Okay, now the A2 to A7 lines are used for chip selection. Okay, what chip selection is means that connection will be over here at this chip select pin. Okay, so these bits are used for chip selection, and these two bits which I told you in this, that A1 and A0 lines are inside the 8255. So these bits are used for internal selection. Okay, internal selection means port A, port B, port C, or command word selection. Okay, so when these lines are 0 0, the port A will be selected, means its address is given over there. When these lines are 0 1, port B's address, when 1 0, port C address, and when 1 1, command words address. Okay, so these lines are having, two lines will give the 4 options, and that's why we have used 2 lines for internal selection, because we are having port A, port B, port C, and command word. Okay, so now suppose I have taken the address 60 and 61H. Okay, why I have taken this address? I have purposely taken this address because the same address I have taken in the case of 8259. Okay, so we need not to get confused with these addresses. Okay, so I have taken 60, 61, 62 and 63. Okay, these are the 4 addresses. Okay, these are meant for the 8255 chip. Okay, we can take any random addresses. Even in the question we can have the address for that particular chip. Okay, so based on that address we will do our decoding. Okay, but here I have taken 60, 61, 62 and 63H. Okay, so what is 60? If we expand this 60, 0 1 1 0 and 0 0 0 0. Okay, 61 is 0 1 1 0, so these bits will remain same, 0 1 1 0 0 0. Okay, these bits will remain same, only these bits will change, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, to provide the 4 different address starting from 60 to 63H. Okay, so these are used for internal selection and these bits are used for chip selection. So internal selection will be done by these 2 bits, and now we will go for chip selection. Okay, so as we did in the 8259, I will use the first 3 lines A7, A6 and A5 for selecting a particular signal on the decoder. So A7, A6, A5, based on the value of these signals, this any of the output, any one of the output among the 8 output will be selected. Okay, so what are the values of A7, A6, A5? 0, 1, 1. For all these 4 addresses, these values are same, 0, 1, 1, 0, 0, 0. Okay, see here, all four addresses, these values are same, only these values are differing. Okay, so I will take 0, 1, 1. So I have taken 0, 1, 1 over here. Okay, when I connect 0, 1, 1 over here, it means 0, 1, 1. What does it mean? It means 3. Okay, so Y3 will be selected. When I have provided 0, 1, 1, only Y3 signal will be selected, and it is an active low signal, so its value should be 0. Okay, so Y3 will be selected. Now if I put this decoding, and I left this decoding over here, then it is called a partial decoding, because we have not done the full decoding. Why it is called a partial decoding? Because we have not taken these bits in account. Okay, because we have based on these 3 bits we have done the decoding, that's why it is known as partial decoding. So if we want full decoding, then we will use these bits also. Okay, so what is the value of A4? A4 is 0, A3 is 0, A2 is 0. Okay, so we will use these bits also. Okay, so what we will do, A4 and A3 0. Okay, so we will connect this to these enable signals. Okay, G2 A bar and G2 B bar, these are we will connect these pin to these enable signals. G2 A bar and G2 B bar are enable signals of this decoder. Okay, so what I will do, I will connect this G2 A bar with A4, A3 and A2. So how I will connect? Suppose I will use A4 and A3. Okay, so these values are 0, and only 0 will be selected to come at this G2 A bar, because this is an active low signal. Okay, this enable, this value should be 0 only, this only when this decoder will be enabled. Okay, so when if I use OR gate, okay, because A3's value is 0, A4 values is 0 and A3 value is 0. So if I used OR gate, okay, OR gate, then if both the bits are 0, then only this OR gate will give 0. Okay, so I have used OR gate for getting 0 over here. Okay, why OR gate? Because A4 and A3's values are 0. Okay, and at G2B, another enable signal which is also active low, I have directly connected the A2. Okay, because A2's value is 0, so this 0 will go over here and this decoder will be enabled. Okay, and at this G1 enable signal, which is an active high signal, I have connected IO/M bar. Okay, because this is an IO device, 8255 is an IO device, so I have put this signal 1, and when this G1 is getting 1, G2A bar is getting 0 and G2B bar is getting 0, this decoder is enabled, and when it is having 0, 1, 1 input, then out of these 8 inputs, the Y3 will be selected, and it is an active low signal, so its value is 0. Okay, so now I have done the full decoding, okay, based on the values of this. Suppose now see here, 60, I have taken the address 60, 61, 62 and 63. Okay, now suppose at address, any other address 80, suppose an 80 address is given over here. Now if I expand this 80 address 80 as 10000000, so the first 3 bits are 100. Okay, so if I give them 100 over here, then based on 100, the Y4 will be selected. Okay, so Y3 will not be selected, and Y3 is connected to chip select of this 8255, so our 8255 will not be selected at the address of 80. Okay, now suppose we have given the address 70, so the first 3 bits 011 are having the same value as in 60, 011. Okay, so these 011 will be given over here and Y3 will be selected, but this is not the full thing, that only whether this Y3 is selected and it is connected to chip select, then this chip will be selected, because this decoder has to be enabled, and for enabling the decoder we have put these conditions also. Okay, so let us see whether these conditions are satisfied in the address 70 or not. So 011, okay, Y3 will be selected. Now this A4 is 1, but here in this case A4 is 0. So when we will give 1, then this OR gate will give 1 and this G2A bar will get the 1 for this 70 address, and this decoder will not be enabled because this G2A bar is a active low signal and it should have 0 value. So to enable this decoder, okay, so for this address 70, this chip will not be selected because this Y3 bar is there but this decoder is not enabled, okay. So that's why we have put the all the bits in the account so that we can do the full decoding, okay. Now you can change, you can take any of the address to select the chip. Suppose in the exam question comes and you are given with the address like C. Suppose this is the address you have given, okay. EB. So let's take EC, okay. Now we expand this address. What is E? 10 means A, 11 means B, 12 means C, 13 means D, and 14 means E, okay. So 14. So what is 14? 1 1 1 0. And what is C? 12 1 1 0 0. So this is the first address, okay. Instead of 60, what I have taken? EC, okay. So this is the first address. So what is the value of A7, A6 and A5? 1 1 1. So I will use 1 1 1 over here. Then Y7 will be selected and that Y7 will be connected to this CS bar, okay. Now we'll put condition on the rest of the pin. So this is our A7, A6, A5. This is our A4, A3, A2, and these are the A1 and A0 which enter to the chip, okay. Now we put the condition on A4, A3 and A2. So what is the value of A4? 0, okay, satisfied. What is the value of A3? 1. If I put 1 A3 directly at here 1, then that 1 will be selected and this decoder will not be enabled, okay. So what I will do, instead of directly connecting A3, what I will do, I will put A3 and use a inverter, and then I will connect it to this, so that 1 will be converted into 0, and now that 0 will be go to this enable signal, okay. Now A2 is 1, okay, but here A2 is 0, that was connected. Now what I will do, I will connect this A2 with the inverter, and then this 1 will be converted into 0, and that 0 will go to this enable G2B bar, and then this decoder will be enabled. So in this way, suppose EC is given, then the next address, as we have used 60, here the EC is given, so next address will be ED, okay, E and EF. So now these are the 4 addresses on which this chip will be selected. For other addresses this chip will not be selected. So we will do the decoding based on these addresses bits, okay, because these bits will be changed only 0 to 1, 1 to 0 only, okay. So based on these 4 addresses we will do our decoding, and then we can say that only for these addresses this chip will be selected. So any address given to us, based on that address we will do our decoding using this decoder sorry, and that based on that decoding this chip will be selected, okay. So I hope you understand the interfacing of 8255 programmable peripheral interface with the 8085, okay. Thank you.